Welcome everyone to Our Town Podcast. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, share if you can, and review if available. We'd love to hear from you, so comment below and tell us how we're doing. Don't forget to visit ourtownpodcast.com for all the links and join the members only section of the website or sign up on Patreon. Now here are the boys of Our Town Podcast.
Daniel.
Yeah.
Do we need more Daniels?
Right on.
You feeling good?
You're not feeling good about it?
Feeling good? I think we're ready. I think the girl's probably done talking.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Is she done talking? Well, welcome everybody to another exciting edition of Our Town Podcast.
Oh, extraordinary.
Episode 117, Mike. Again, we are sans Jeff. I think he's just still under the weather and working on getting that stuff fixed, which is good. Special guest tonight, folks, coming up later. We've got Ray Smalley, who's going now solo with, I think it's called X-Ray Addict.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of songs that he's dropped, and I know he's going to be dropping more, but you know him from the Hayfields.
Oh, yeah.
Which he's still a part of, I think.
Oh, yeah, they're a busy band.
Yeah.
They get a lot done.
Yeah, and
they rock.
If you've gone to the Gong shows, you've seen Ray in person in action.
Yeah, no, you were in early, in on the ground floor of the Phenom.
Yeah. Mike, tonight's safe word is purple rain. We say it that way because there's no such thing as the color purple.
What?
I just read this today. Prince would be pissed about this, but red and blue, or violet, are different wavelengths from opposite sides of the spectrums, right? When you see both of these wavelengths in the same place, your eyes and brain don't know what to do with them. So they compensate, and the clashing wavelengths register as the color that we call purple. So it doesn't actually exist.
Well, I
know. There's that whole argument about if I
rose by any other name.
Exactly. It's purple.
to quote my Lappy Taffy rapper.
So I don't know, folks. Look it up.
Yeah,
prove me wrong.
I don't know. Maybe that's neat though, and I see what they're saying, right? Because it is a question of frequency, right?
Yeah,
and how they interact.
I know the primary colors are always been like but those are primary. But then the rainbow, is purple in the rainbow spectrum? If you do the red?
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah. Do you get the?
I don't know if there's a P in that lineup. Which
like
is
the
weird.
well, there's the blue of the sky and water vapor, and the blue of because I think violet light, ultraviolet light is invisible spectrum anyway, so I don't think that would splash out.
I don't know. They say it just confuses your brain and your eyes so that they.
Well, thank you, confusion, because I like a deep dark purple.
I love the color purple.
49 Nash was a really deep dark.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was a neat purple.
Was it a hot rodded 49 Nash or just kind of stock?
It's very stock.
Nice.
But it's a neat. They're neat. They're crazy. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So if you're not feeling safe, just yell out purple rain, and we'll stop this here program and check on you. Folks can do it at home. Just yell out purple rain, and then hit the pause button until you feel comfortable enough to continue.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're happy to have it. Like we talked about, episode 117. Ray will be here in a little while, but before he gets here, we're going to do some headlines. And these are what I came up with this week, Mike.
Well, and thank you.
Yeah. So there's a new movement out there by young people. And by young people, I'm talking like the Gen Z and the maybe even millennials. But it's a rise of digital minimalism. And it's young people that are ditching their smartphones and their iPads and stuff like that and switching to, I guess, not lesser technology, but more minimalistic technology. So person might have a flip phone so they can call and text, but they're not using a flip phone to do all the surfing and stuff like that. If they want to take pictures, they're using an analog camera, film camera, or a SLR digital camera because you actually get better pictures.
And it makes you it makes you pause, and it's not just
Yeah.
You know, I know I've seen some pretty magnificent stuff come up for phones as well.
Right.
But, but it changes the mood, I think, more so.
Yeah. And then CDs and vinyl
and cassettes.
are popular. Cassettes are still popular.
Cassettes are still going, for sure. That's neat. I get
boxes, Nokia phones, landlines, answering machines, because they would rather be bombarded less with algorithms, sucking them into a digital, cool world where there's 6 hours goes by and you're like, where did the day go?
Yeah.
Because I've been sucked into the social medias and all the crap they throw at you.
Just the cycle.
Yeah,
it's a thing. I guess you could still get a landline, right?
Yeah, you can
I didn't really think about that. Yeah.
They're not as popular now, but I had a Comcast package for years that came with a single landline. Of course, when I was had my own business, I had a couple of landlines, but we finally cut our Comcast a couple years ago, and finally got rid of that landline. So if you're trying to reach me, that's why.
Oh, man.
Probably rings like a Korean barbecue place now or something.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
Support that local business.
Damn it. Mike, did you hear, talking about supporting that local business, did you hear about the Dallas-based biotech company that created dire wolves?
I did.
It was like a big story this week, right?
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. And it's just that I don't think this was CRISPR brand necessarily, but that DNA taken out and editing in pieces to DNA strands is bonkers.
They were able to splice DNA from fossilized bones and teeth and stuff like that and merge them into a gray wolf, I think.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I believe so, yeah. But it's not the same.
No, it's not a real dire wolf.
No, which is probably for the best. We've seen that movie also. I'm going to take this alligator and make a dragon. It's like, no, don't do that. But I always think about, because like mastodons, let's go way back, people, were terribly important for that ecosystem.
Yes.
For that, kind of post the end of the forest lands, right? But before the straight Arctic, right? But because they're just huge, how their feet behave on tundra, what they eat, what they leave behind, you know what I mean? Stuff like that, just immensely important for ecosystems. So I say bring them back. Let's bring back the woolly mammoths.
Where would you release them? Into like Yellowstone or something?
Well, I'd say Newfoundland. Looking at you, Newfoundland.
We got probably
but above that Arctic Circle, right? Because they in the the caribou herds and all that would follow similar pathways. I think, but they just have so much biomass left behind, right? It's like, you know what I mean? Anyway,
so like we talked about, I guess there was a 72,000-year-old ear bone and a 13,000-year-old tooth that they were able to pull DNA from. They sequenced the genome with the modern gray wolf, like we just talked about, and they look like them, but they're not dire wolves, but they have broader shoulders, larger bodies, and more pale coats. And dire wolves were a big thing in like Game of Thrones, right?
Oh yeah, but they were gigantic, right?
Yeah,
like something you would have seen in an ice age, right?
Yeah.
But I guess how old was the bone? The jawbone was
13,000. Well, it was a tooth.
The tooth was 13. What was the other piece?
72,000-year-old.
That's old as fuck. So that's right? I mean, that's way back. For mammals, for us interacting with these guys, right?
Because what are we like, sapiens, like what, 10?
No, we've had civilization for almost 10.
Well, civilization,
just about a million years for Homo sapiens.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
But wait, I mean, a lot of that was kind of wasted time. Let's be honest. There's a lot of,
And we took those wolves.
I bet there's a lot of fart jokes for that first 1 million years, right? And then the last 10,000, they're like, let's civilize, let's slow down on the fart jokes. But we're bringing it back, people.
Yeah, but we took those dire wolves, and we must have domesticated them at some point, and over the years we've taken them all the way down.
Bugs. Oh man.
What was the evolutionary reason behind the smushed face? I mean, what is that benefit,
cute.
right?
I don't know.
Like truffle pigs or something?
Oh man. Yeah, dogs are good though. Yeah, you're a dog proponent. I know.
Oh
that.
yeah, big time.
Oh yeah.
And I think just lastly on this, I think Brian Pierce, Captain Slinky himself, posted a meme or something, but it was, why are we creating level 1 D&D monster manual creatures right now in 2025?
Yeah. Is that really the direction we need to start on?
With all this shit going on, do we really need that?
That's funny. Oh yeah.
Oh man. Well, geez.
That's neat though, and I like the idea behind, with relatively good intentions, monkeying with DNA, right? Because it is such an advanced technology. Like, we don't know of any other species that does that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. It's pretty fascinating, but it's also us. And should we be doing? It's like, have you met us?
Yeah.
It's like, but we are doing it. So
Everything we try to do, we're gonna make it some nefarious thing.
just get weird with it for no good reason.
My God. Well, speaking of bloated mammoths, Mike, Trump's 79th birthday is coming up, and they've been talking about doing a big military parade. He wanted to do this on his first term, and most of the military people said, hey, this does not make sense. Plus, the budget was like huge to make this happen.
Logistics of it all,
Logistics of it all. Yeah. And everybody's like, why do you want to look like it's a Soviet May Day kind of a parade or a North Korean, look at our missiles kind of thing? But it sounds like it might be going forward. The Army says
they have everything going on. That's not even making my top 100.
No, I know, but the Army says it's to celebrate their 250th anniversary, but it happens to fall on a certain 47. What is he, 47?
But still, I don't know. I would just settle for us trying to maintain the rule of law.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And just, because we're spinning out. But that is just one more brick in the wall, right?
Yeah. Speaking of rule of law, there all of a sudden now a 90-day tariff halt right after it was announced that there was going to be a 10% across the board, except for
now, why would it? Between that deal, like him trying to get everybody to kind of just pay him due, right? And the Ukrainian thing, it's like he is the worst negotiator I've ever seen in my life.
Absolute worst.
Just gave away everything. Now there's no way anybody's going to listen to...
Right.
Because now if he throws those tariffs on, they know it's not real.
Except, it might be like a master plan for somebody in there. I'm sure he didn't come up with this on his own. But did you see that right before he announced the pause, like 3 hours before?
Sure. Oh, yeah, no, like an insider trading.
It's like, go ahead and start buying.
Oh, sure. No. To the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars, right? But I mean, I don't know. That's, again, right with that, yes, of course, that's wholesale corruption potentially, and just shouldn't happen because we shouldn't even it shouldn't even look like that's possible, right? But I'm more concerned with just the wishy-washy, just the fact that the propaganda machine is spinning all this weird economic disruption, you know what I mean? And just this kind of behavior that is no way to run a civilization.
Right.
It just makes no sense, let alone business likes predictability.
Right.
They don't really care if it's a fascist predictability or not, but they want predictability. Right. Chaos for them does not help business, right? It doesn't. It's weird, and I think he just doesn't really understand a lot of things, in particular, like bond markets and how important they are, and how, all sorts of, because we have to buy, we have to sell bonds because we have debt, right? It's like,
and that's
people
were selling off their bonds.
A market's one thing, right? You know what I mean? But which is bad enough because it was still swallowing, and is still swallowing up people's retirements, right? Because we got pushed into that type of retirement thing.
Yeah. No more
to feed the big boys.
Right.
Yeah, the bottom 50% economically speaking in the United States have 1% of the stocks.
Yeah, I know, it's fucking gross. It's really stupid.
It's nuts.
Yeah. It's dumb. But he did say the reason he did it was because people, quote, they were getting a little bit yippy, a little bit afraid.
Yeah, just flipping.
Yeah.
And unserious in a terribly serious time.
Yeah.
In a terribly serious job.
Yeah.
Of course it's a serious job.
Yeah.
Right? And the flippancy and not really paying that close of attention, you know what I mean? And not actually studying and writing and doing, just saying what you want done, you know what I mean? And having your underlings find some nefarious way to get it done, right? It's just a shit way to be a president. It's really a shitty way to be a president.
Yeah. Jesus.
And playing mask golf.
Yeah.
Right? I think,
every fucking
you know
day.
what I mean? It's like, which just shows that somebody doing that is not serious about the work, right? It's weird, and let alone like, I don't know, dude. It's really bad. It's really bad.
Yeah.
And we just need to earn better, right?
Yeah, what are we, 3 months in?
Man, it's too much.
Yeah. 3 months in, midterms, people.
Yeah, and if not before, we need to be able to shut it down. Right?
I don't know what that looks like.
I don't know either. Because I think we're fractured enough that solidarity to it doesn't take 97% of the populace to do so.
No.
Right? But it's going to take a few sustained millions, you know what I mean, to just say no.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just throw a brick in the... But they might not have to throw a brick in the economy.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, if these guys really sink the economy, if people can't get their Social Security checks, right? That's coming. That's coming. Make no mistake.
Yeah.
Even for a few months. You know what I mean? It's like the poorest of us are a check away from doom. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And the vast majority of Americans don't have like $500 for an emergency.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like the millions of citizens that are being toyed with right now is just astounding, man. And a better way is possible, right? We just have to recognize that we can have that if we work for it, man.
And accept it. I mean, do your due diligence. Get out there. Vote. Get involved. All of it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a trip. I don't know. I always suspected it was going to happen, but then I was like, no, it couldn't really happen.
No.
Right?
Right.
You know what I mean? Just like, you know what I mean? I would have preferred like The Thing or something where there's a, you know what I mean? Because they're humans. These are humans like cruelly toying with other humans.
Right.
And I know there's been worse. There's Pol Pot and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, I guess, well, give it time.
Yeah.
So we're 3 months in.
Yeah.
Right? Looking to throw $45 billion into privatized prisons. $45 billion into prison. Where's life, liberty, or happiness there?
Sending dudes that don't belong to a foreign country into prison and then refusing to bring him back, even though the federal courts have said you have to bring him back.
Yeah, and the Supreme Court's kind of like, well, we're going to rule on it eventually. Yeah. While a real person is terribly suffering right now. Mm-hmm. A real person who was not a terrible. We don't know. It doesn't matter. But he's not a gangster. Right. He's not the terrible person they painted the rest of them as. Yeah. Right. It's like.
And he's not at a country club prison.
Oh, no, it's one of the worst places on earth, dude. I would say top 5 worst places on this planet.
Yeah.
On this planet.
Living hell.
Yeah.
Kind of a thing. Yeah.
Oh, no. It's rough.
Yeah.
And it's hot.
And he's not supposed to be there, so.
Yeah. So, who
knows how many targets he's got.
And sooner or later, somebody told him that they said, they're not coming for you. Right. They know they fucked up and they're not coming for you. Yeah. Where's the deal making there?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, why the cruelty? Why?
It doesn't make any sense.
Because you could get this guy
Just to
and just say,
scare the
look, we
rest of
really
us?
are just after the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
Right? They got to go.
Yeah.
Everybody's behind that. Nobody's mad about that.
How good would
Yeah.
it look if they went down and say, hey, this guy wasn't supposed to go.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah.
We're only putting the worst of the worst away.
Yeah.
We're bringing this guy. He's a family guy.
Yeah.
He's whatever.
Yep. And we're going to do better from here on out. But that's not, they're just getting people that.
That's how you build trust.
Yeah, but that's not the goal. The
They're
goal is to
building
create
fear.
Yes, and to find out how far they can just go above and beyond the rule of law, because then if any one person can get just snatched and shipped off, that means anybody can get snatched and shipped off, right? Meh.
I think it was at Rubio, and I didn't read the whole article, but Rubio said something about if you follow the Colombian now I can't even remember what it was, but basically same thing. Rubio's saying, if you think a certain way, you could be gone too.
Yeah, who's our Navalny? You know what I mean? That's going to get sent off. Is that? Yeah. Joe Biden gets sent. He's our Navalny.
Here, have some soup.
Oh, man.
Just don't stand next to the window.
Oh, it's a rough joint. I think there's... No, I do. But, if I get locked up down there, Susan's coming for me, and she's going to be pissed, but she's going to be a dick about it the entire time. But she's coming for me. She'll drag me out of there, but she's going to be a dick, I promise.
Oh, man.
Supporting El Salvador.
Just back it up. Back it up. Part the sea. Well, speaking of, I don't know, researchers, this is a little bit scary. Researchers at the University of California in San Diego in their language and cognition lab ran a test with AI. And they wanted to see if AI could fool people into thinking it was human, kind of the Turing test, right? So what they did was they got a bunch of grad students and a bunch of people out of their, 126 grad students and 158 people from an online data pool called Prolific. And what they did was they tested people in I think it was like a 5-minute conversation, simultaneous online conversation between a robot or an AI and a human, and they wanted to see if the person could spot the Decepticon, the deceiver, right? And they tested several different AI engines, one of them being GPT 4.5 and another called Llama, which I'm not really sure of, and a couple others. They found that GPT 4.5 was judged by the people having the conversation to be human 73% of the time.
Wow.
73%. And the Llama 3.1, doing the same prompt, was judged to be human 56% of the time.
That's a lot. And
so
this is
over
early into these models, dude.
Yes.
I mean, a few years at the most.
Yeah. So just having a 5-minute conversation, I don't know if it was, over the phone or how they did the conversation.
I assume it was just script, though. It wasn't spoken. Or they speak?
No, it was like a conversation.
No way.
A 5-minute conversation with two people at the same time. Like, hey, how are you doing? My name's Bill. Oh, I'm Frank.
So the third one of the three.
One of the three was not, and the person, I'm assuming it was the grad student, had to pick which one they thought was the human, trippy. And they picked the AI a majority of the time.
We're doomed.
Like,
oh my god! Because this is so early in this.
Yeah.
So early.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man. I'm gonna get the call. It's your grandson. Gotta send me money.
But you were just born today. What the hell? Oh my God. Pretty scary. I think Sarah Connor would have something to say about this. But
yes,
man.
Yeah, see, that's the trouble. We need to have, like, how every year they've got, like, Thanksgiving movies and Christmas movies.
Yeah.
Somewhere or another, there needs to be a Terminator 2 every year, just a refresher.
Just every
Yeah, whatever day that
Instead of
is
Sound
in
of
Terminator
Music.
2 where she keeps dreaming back. So bad.
Geez. Yeah, scary stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, why that? Why is that a pursuit?
Yeah.
And I listened to an article on my local NPR, KUOW, about AI psychotherapy. Or therapy in general, right?
Oh, would you go to AI?
Yeah, they were having really good results.
Wow.
Almost, very close to the same types of results that they got with live therapists.
Getting like advice and asking the right questions and bringing stuff out of people.
Yeah. And just I don't know how they were judging. I'm sure they were just questionnaires.
Wow.
Probably, yeah. So I don't think they were. Yeah. I don't know.
Man.
But I guess we are I don't know if it's all of, capital countries or whatever, but like loneliness as an epidemic and high suicide rates and stuff like that. It's like, I'm not mad if people just need somebody to talk to, you know, but it's already been commodified.
Yeah.
That's the part about it I don't like. Right? Because it's not just for any one person, right? It's for the company.
Yeah, but they're getting us closer to your dream, Mike, of being on the little scooter with the screen and the Slurpee, right?
Wally.
Getting you a little closer. I don't know how we generate the electricity for them, though, sitting on those little scooters.
Yeah.
Maybe it's methane gas or something.
Yeah. It's toot sweet. Oh, man.
Oh, my God.
I don't know.
Well, speaking of methane gas, not really, but an American tourist. You've heard of the North Sentinel Island in the Bay of Bengal where the Sentinlese people live. It's that tribe of folks. India sort of caretakes over as part of their territory. But this group of people, which could range anywhere from, I think, 50 to 500 people that live on this island.
Who've made it very clear they don't be left the fuck alone.
They don't come here. We don't need your shit. We don't need your AI. We don't need none of your crap, right? And in fact, and I think there's a documentary about it. There was a kid, like 26 years old. I think I wrote it down. He went there because he thought it was his mission to go preach the gospel. John Chow, he was an American missionary, was killed there back in 2018 because he showed up with his Bible and wanted to convert the folks there. And they're like, no, we're not having it. Well, another kid, 24-year-old, and I have a hard time saying his Mike Halo Polyakov, something like that. He's got a Ukrainian father and an American mother, but I think he was born and raised here in America. He actually went to India with the specific purpose to go to this island and meet the people.
That's being a dick.
Either rented or sort of created like a boat, like a little outboard motor boat, and figured out the tide charts and all that stuff to get out to this island from mainland India. Sailed out there. Thankfully, he couldn't get anybody to come out. He blew a whistle.
Like he made it to the coast.
He made an effort to get the folks to come out, and they never did. So he filmed a video of himself there, left a couple of coconuts and a can of Coke on the beach for them. But he did. So thankfully, he could have either been killed or he could have infected all those people with whatever shit he's carrying, right?
Yes.
And then he left, and somebody spotted him. I guess India runs patrols in those waterways to make sure that the island's left alone, but there's tons of fishermen and stuff out there. So somebody spotted him and turned him in, and he got caught when he returned to mainland. And he's got video of him being on the friggin' island, dumbass. So he's sitting in an Indian jail right now. I don't know what the charges are going to be, but he also visited one or two other islands out there where there's other tribes that are off limits.
Was he doing it? I guess it doesn't really really matter what his motivations were. But
I think he's trying to be an adventurer. It didn't say that he was trying to go out and preach the word of.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's worse or better, because if you're carrying some kind of germ that they've never been exposed to, that's a fucking dick move, and they have the right to be left the fuck alone. Right. Everybody should deserve that.
Yeah.
Right. Don't we reserve the right to be left alone?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
It's like they didn't come to see you, bro. Leave them alone.
They didn't hey, come on over and
we are petri dishes. We are, so it's not.
Yeah. I look at the measles epidemic in friggin' Texas.
Yeah, it's just a thing. Yeah. So that's a dick move.
Yeah. So the island's been off limits since 1996. Rebuffed all contact.
So it's illegal.
And it's illegal. Yeah, it's a crime to go out there. So it was a crime when the kid went out. John Chow showed up with his Bible study group. It's like.
Oh man! Yankee go home.
Yankee go home.
Oh man!
Oh, there's no airplanes. No airplanes, guys. Sorry. Yeah, Mike. That's pretty much all I came up with this week. What other news stories are out there that we've? All
sorts. I feel like there's a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. It's so hard to sort of wrap your brain around all the craziness because there's so much of it, and you try to focus on one crazy thing and be like, dude, check this out, and then the next thing hits.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
We have our annual dragon celebration in downtown. Right?
That's right. That's
Sunday.
This Sunday.
Yeah, so I guess. Unless you're in a time machine. But you can always come down and say hi to the dragon, which is cool.
Yeah.
So that's, third and West.
Yeah. Erasmus, right?
Yes, Erasmus.
Yes. Yeah, we've got some promo photos of us with the dragon in the background. It's kind of fun.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
What's been happening around here? Renton's fine. It's been super rainy, but we used to flood a lot, but we haven't been flooding recently.
No.
So that's nice.
No.
The river looks good. I was down there the other day. It's up. There's a couple of cottonwood trees fell in by the library, but nothing too crazy.
Nice. All right. Well, we're going to take a little break, I think, and then wait for Ray to get his butt down here and then let him entertain you. So.
All right. Jeez, well, thanks for being here. And
we'll see you in a few minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. Can I hear?
Wait, is that a guest star?
What? Yes, we got a guest star. Well, welcome back, everybody. We are back with Ray Smalley, and he is got a couple bands going. Well, his solo stuff is now X-Ray Addict, and then he's also a member of the Hayfields.
Yes, yep.
Which, if you've been to Gong Show and stuff, you've seen them, and they've been playing quite a bit all over these Puget Sound parts.
Yeah. Thanks for having me back, guys.
Yeah, no, we're happy to have you here.
You guys are fun. I love that. I love being on your show.
Nice. Yeah, no, we were just chit-chatting for like 45 minutes. It was gold, people. I assure you. Every moment was gold.
I know. Yeah. Next time we'll just hang out in the park.
I think the last time we had you on was a couple years ago, maybe.
2 years ago, and I played some acoustic stuff.
Yes, you did, and it was down at the theater when we were based out of there. So, no, it's really great to have you back, man. And I'm really enjoying the new solo stuff that you got.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's cool because it's not a departure, but it's a development in your stuff, right?
Yeah,
it's really nice.
Yeah. I'm still doing the Hayfields thing. It's really fun playing shows, and then I just have a bunch of extra time as well. So it's like I might as well create it, do something that is productive.
Oh, sure.
That's the word I was looking for.
Is there a influence that you're following? Something that pushed you into the direction that you've gone with the X-Ray Addict stuff?
I have a lot of like electronic influence. I was a big 9 Inch Nails fan.
Okay.
So it's like, oh wow, you can actually do like rock music with electronic drums, and there's just a lot of 90s bands and a lot of like relevant bands like that use electronics. So it's like, what can I use to write songs by myself in a way? Like I have a Mac laptop, I have a guitar, I have some bass, and I can do vocals. So it's like, all right, let's try to make some beats,
The whole package, everybody.
I feel like it's just technology's amazing.
So maybe the technology was part of that influence, right? Because it allows for the... Yeah,
because you have keyboards and stuff too. So I used to use like Yamaha keyboards, and it was just a little more in depth where you had to do it. And technology makes it way easier. I used to have like Tascam 8 tracks with cassettes.
Nice.
Like now you just have endless. Like I don't like it. You just delete it, make a new one. So that's not how it was in the '90s. You know, with 8-track Tascams. It was just equipment. You had to like really use keyboards, and I don't know.
And a more massive, not massive, but a more setup and more technical too. I mean, not that this isn't technical, but you've got a computer that can kind of, it
cuts a bunch of those steps out.
It takes the steps out,
absolutely. Yeah. You can just like make the parts of the song and then repeat them, basically. You couldn't do back then.
Are you new to using technology in this way, or have you done this for some time?
No, I've always kind of dabbled with it, when GarageBand came out. The first Hayfields album I wrote with different people, and I recorded it myself, which was very garage sounding, very demo sounding. But we definitely printed CDs and like.
Was that on tape or was that digital?
No, it was digital. It was 2013.
There we go.
And it's a lot of chasing your tail around and watching YouTube tutorials on how to get things to sound presentable. But even now, I know that even now, there's nothing like professional sound engineers. Like that's a whole skill, and it's a different level. So I like sending my stuff to professional people now after I get it sounding the way I kind of like it,
Yeah, and once you get, 90% of the heavy lifting done, right? Then they just put that fine.
Totally. Yeah, they have magic that they use, and it's worth, it's worth putting some money into if you're serious about it.
It is. It's the high gloss wax.
Totally. You get it back and you're like.
Yeah, that's how you get the showroom shine.
Yeah, totally. And then you can't really even put a lot of your stuff up on certain platforms unless it's at a certain quality. Mm-hmm. It'll be like, oh, okay. Good news, the track you were trying to put up reached our standards, so we put it up. Pretty much.
Oh, no, for sure.
If you don't have it at certain decibels, it will mess people's speakers up and just sound like shit.
I never really thought about that.
Yeah. And the master production is a friend of yours.
He is. He's in a band called Painted Vein, and he was previously in this Italian band called the New Candies. That's kind of how I met him. And he moved to the States a few years back. Super awesome guy. His name's Andrea Fox.
Nice.
And he has Fox Studios. He's online if people want to look him up. He has great deals.
And you said based out of like Lake Stevens area, somewhere up north.
All right.
Yeah, he's actually playing a show tonight.
Oh,
he's playing in Portland.
Oh, jeez.
All right. He played the Central Friday and had his record release, which is really cool.
What?
Yeah, I went Friday. A lot of fun bands. He had a good turnout. Yeah.
Central's nice.
The Central's a fun place. Yeah. Pioneer Square.
A lot of nights
Shanghai was like a growth business at one point. Donking dudes on the head. They went, wake up there. Launch to sea.
Have you been on the underground tour lately?
I worked in a chunk of it, but I've never been on the tour.
Oh no, it was super crazy. Cool. So a friend of mine visited. I had never been on it, and he's like, well, "What can we do?" I'm like, "Oh, I'll take you into Seattle. Like, let's try this tour." And it was amazing.
Nice.
I loved it. I learned so much cool stuff.
I think we did it in like grade school. Didn't they always take us?
No, lucky.
Fucking Bryn Mawr.
No way. Yeah, here's the recycler. Start digging. Sort some cardboard, kids.
We having a paper drive. Buy some new textbooks. Sorry, Mike. I'll take it.
Okay. But it's neat. It is. Yeah, Seattle's cool.
Yeah, it is. I didn't know that. So do you know like the Crocodile, the newer Crocodile?
Yeah, it's
so
nice.
it has a downstairs called Madame Lou's.
Yeah, it's totally cool.
Do you know who Madame Lou was?
Wasn't she? madam?
Yeah, she was like the famous madam in Seattle, and basically like
I need coordinates, people. Coordinates.
I think it's probably like the cemetery up in Volunteer Park by now.
Yeah. I just learned a lot. Yeah, I didn't know Madame Lou was like this famous madam who basically you can like thank a lot of the economy and how Seattle got built up from her. And so they would come by to tax them, and so it was a seamstress tax. So all these prostitutes would say they were seamstresses.
Nice.
And Madame Lou was like a big deal. Like she didn't take shit. She was a serious lady. Yeah. So
I think there's a book about her. There's probably multiple books about her, but I think there's a book.
So I learned that, and then I'm like, oh wait, the downstairs of the crocodile, Madame Lou's. Oh,
that's neat. Yeah,
it's all connected.
It's a nice spot. I just went up to Madame Lou's a couple weeks.
Yeah, I didn't know they had a. The last time I was there,
it's like on the steep part of the hillside, but it's right there.
On the backside?
Just south.
Just okay.
Yeah, go downhill at the next south.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what that cross street is. That might be Broad. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cool though. I like it. The Old Cock was cool too. I'm not mad about either.
No.
But nobody's invited me to play there recently, so
it's been a little while.
But I like it. Yeah, I saw Book to Spill there at the new Croc relatively recently.
Nice.
And the sound is great, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a really professional spot.
Is that still owned by one of the REM dudes?
I don't know.
I hope so.
At one point it was, I think.
It's a nice spot.
Is he from Seattle?
No.
He spent some time. They're from Athens,
Georgia, yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
But I think he spent time over there.
Yeah, probably so. Seattle's so cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because Michael Stipe, he was like good friends with Kurt Cobain, I think.
Oh, that's
I think so, yeah. Or at least Courtney.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. I'll let you say it. But.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Well, back to Ray.
Yes.
I deflected you. Damn it.
I really want to play one of your songs. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I think if we listen to it, guys, here, then I can kill the sound and actually play a decent version of it on the video. If you
just
guys are
edit
cool
that
with that.
in. So
just
we'll just sit here for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Just sit here and like, rock out. Trying to find. There it is, Bandcamp, right? That's probably the best place to grab it.
Listen on Bandcamp.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'll buy those tonight.
I like the Distracted song.
I like Bandcamp. Do they run a square deal?
Oh yeah,
cool.
Yeah. I think you get. I mean, like, so like if it's they suggest like you can pay $1 at least, or you can pay nothing really, and then like 70 cents out of the $1, which is pretty good.
That's not bad at all.
No, it's not bad.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So I gave you 70 cents, bro.
Just to cut out the middleman.
Thank you. Buy you another cookie.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
It's a rainbow.
be safe out there, guys.
Oh, yeah, jeez.
The rented rainbow.
Oh, it is the Rent Rainbow right there.
Is there purple in there, bro? See any purple?
We had this thing earlier
Yeah, for
in the
sure.
show.
There's violet.
Our safe word tonight, Ray, is
Purple rain.
purple rain, because humans, there's no such thing as purple.
Right.
It's not a color. We just have a hard time perceiving it, so our eyes and our brain automatically create this.
They make a
thing
deal.
called purple. They
make a
deal.
backroom deal.
In the back, shaking hands. It's purple, right?
It's not real,
It's purple.
but here, close enough for you.
So that's our.
It's not food, but it's close.
So that's our safe word if you feel unsafe. It's purple rain. So
Wow.
Anyway, so
I
this
just found
is
that out from a photographer actually.
what's that?
Photographer.
American. Oh, geez, there you
Yeah, they love talking about shit like that.
That's great. Fucking photographers.
But that's nice. That's a very distinct
That's
rainbow.
a good sign,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
Gotta go
Yeah.
find the end of that sucker.
Yeah, yeah.
I could use the gold. All right, we're gonna do this. You think this is a good spot
yeah.
to do?
Distracted's a good one. Yeah.
No, I like them both.
And this is, we'll just count it down.
We need to get back up control. There's so
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah. Oh, no, I'll have heard that 10 times by tomorrow.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm going to go home with some headphones and
rock out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's a good song.
I really appreciate it.
I'm feeling the sort of politics, the politically chargedness of it a little bit.
Totally. I feel like it's just whatever's relevant going on, and then what the news is telling you, what people are telling you, what's actually happening that you don't really know.
Yeah.
Like what you think you see, you know.
And being bombarded with just
being distracted.
so much,
I just feel like anything could be going on right now, and we're kind of all distracted. I feel like, especially just with all of the information.
Yes.
You know, it used to just be the 10 o'clock news. Now you've got all day.
You can't get away from it all day.
You can listen to it all day long, which I don't. I wouldn't prefer. I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah.
So on that, obviously vocals.
Like firewalking, you know what I mean? Once in a while is okay.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't want to do it too much.
Never, don't do it.
It's too risky.
Don't do it. It's too risky. So obviously, vocals and guitar.
Yeah.
Yep. And then,
Is the rest of it more electronic stuff that you've put together?
No, you did harmonica, though. You're playing the
that's
harp, right?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
In the second song, I play.
The second
Yeah,
song.
because last time I saw you play, you were doing a bunch of harp work. It was great.
Yeah, might as well. It's like, all right, I can do this a little bit.
Yeah.
How is that to record?
Pretty easy. Not too bad. Yeah, he made it sound good. The guy who mixed it and stuff. Yeah, it was surprisingly well. I actually invested in a pretty good Shure microphone. That's actually a podcasting microphone.
All right.
Kind of a step down from what Joe Rogan uses. I did a lot of research.
Is it like a larger diaphragm, or what's going on with that? For a
Yeah.
harmonica mic, or was that your vocal mic?
No,
Or
I just use the use the. It's like an MV7. It's called Shure MV7, and it's a podcast mic, but you can use it for vocals too. I guess it's an updated version of the microphone that Michael Jackson used to record Thriller, which is
Oh, geez.
yeah. I was doing all this research on
Jeez.
good microphones, and you can find one for like $300 or something on Amazon, and I just got one off eBay used for like $120 or something. No,
That's great. That's great.
It's like a hobby of mine too. Like, how can I get expensive things like for like half the price, but still have them be like really good?
Yeah. And just having those different tools in the shed, right, is nice.
Yeah, you need a good microphone because live microphones, opposed to recording microphones, are very different. So you just can't really get certain like good sounds. And if you go into the studio, most good studios, like the guy who mixed my stuff, he offered me to come down and use his mic in the studio, which is probably $1,000 mic, and that would have sounded even better. But I feel like I got a good sound out of it.
I think you got a great sound.
Yeah.
You're not doing the you're doing the harmonica and singing at the same time. You're not. Are you playing guitar, singing at the same time? Or are you doing those as
You
separate?
do one track separately.
No, I do it separately.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I kind of make it a point when I'm writing to kind of do everything at the same time, because I definitely wrote songs where I'm like, I can't really pull this off now.
How often does it change when you initially get you feel like you got the backbeat, you're doing your stuff, and then the vocals and all that kind of stuff? Does that, the first time that hits you, does it change a lot to get to the end product, or is your initial like a gut feeling of a song? How much of that makes it all the way through the process?
Honestly, I feel like historically in the hayfields, it's pretty quick, but now this new project, and it's just electronic, and it's kind of just me, and I have a lot of time. I feel like it changes quite a bit now, because that actually had a whole different vocal thing going on. It was a little faster, almost a little rappy in a way, almost. And then a few days went by, and I listened to it again. I'm like, I don't like it. So you kind of have to reframe your mind though and be like, how can I unhear the other way I did it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it comes. Yeah, I feel like that I've gotten a good habit of sitting on things for a few days and then coming
That's
back
a good
and being
habit
like,
to have, though.
yeah, and
Yes,
being
yes,
like,
yeah.
Well, now, just in life in general, pausing is a good thing. But anyway, thanks for listening to my song. That was really cool. I appreciate it.
Do you between writing, because you're writing all this yourself. I don't know. I'm guessing on the Hayfields, it's more of a collaborative effort.
Yeah, totally. I feel
Even
like,
if you come in with the main base of the song and you bring it into the band and the band sort of puts their own little spins on stuff. Is it harder to do it on your own, or is it easier because you have a team or a collaborative effort, or
it's a double-edged sword, I think, in both ways. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like in the Hayfields, we have like this weird magic where if I write a whole song and bring it in, it's never as good as if we just like, let's just mess around and see what happens. Like, most of our songs, we're just like noodling around and someone's like, I like that. And then we'll just like write a song, which is amazing.
Yeah.
And on my own,
it is magic.
On my own, it takes me way longer, and I definitely second guess things. I get way more in my head.
But you can,
really
like you say, especially with your electronic stuff, you can just take it or leave it. You know what I mean? And almost in real time, just change it how you kind of want it. It's like that kind of creative control. I don't know how it could be any more like in your hands. It's really neat.
Totally. And I've had nights where I've like sat down to write stuff and kind of gone into a hole for like hours, you know what I mean? And then like nothing really comes out. But then I look at it and be like, well, was it a loss? Not really. I was enjoying myself the whole time. I was being productive in a way, you know what I mean? I wasn't like just couch potatoing and doing nothing, so I'm kind of like, and that's kind of new to me because I don't know, as I get older I kind of mellow out too. I feel like in my younger days I would have really got my head wrapped around like, I need to make something, I've been sitting here for hours, I'm gonna make something, Now I'm like, no, I didn't really get anything good tonight. It's kind of like fishing. Like, I got no bites, it's fine.
Yeah, geez. Can we listen to the other? And how many are these? Just the two that you've had mastered, or you got some more coming soon?
Yeah, I do. So I probably have about 10 songs already.
Oh wow!
Written and stuff.
Okay.
But and now I'm kind of going back and picking like the best of them. This stuff that I really liked for like a couple weeks, and now I'm like, I wrote something better. Like I don't really need that song. Maybe I'll take a part of it someday. But it's kind of interesting how getting used to just writing by yourself and just a style of writing, you're just going to get a little better at it. So it's kind of hard to like wait. You'd be like, I have this amazing song I really like. And then like 2 weeks later, you're kind of more skillful at it, right? And you're like, I have an even better thing. Forget that other song, So I really liked these songs. So these two, I was like, all right, these are solid songs I will spend money on to get done.
Right on.
Yeah. To get mastered, The second song is, remind me again, dang it, I lost it. Where did it go?
Where did it go?
Oh my gosh.
Where did it go?
Technology's hard.
Or Temple Brandon.
That's how I'm glad I'm the only one.
So hard. Jeez, why does it keep disappearing on me?
Good on you.
So the other
remember,
one
bad times make good art.
Is this a better Spotify to go to?
You go to Spotify, yeah.
Is that a better one?
That's there you go. But
where's the other song? That's just the distracted. Do I go here? There we go. Bandits.
Yeah.
All right.
Bandits
You ready?
can play.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure, let's do it.
Right on.
This is very different.
This is very different.
Yeah.
Which I got to get there again.
You see, these things are bad to ways are absurd. One-sided teach the hate to grow. You know your feet don't fit those shoes. Wouldn't last a block if it was you. You see these things are bad to express. They divide and make you feel distressed. Feel attacked by the stories that tell this reality you've never felt.
Yeah, man.
I mean, come on.
A lot of cool stuff going on. in that
There's a
song.
lot. Yeah, no, it's saturated. It's good.
It's haunting. I like that because you got the jingly guitar that's just sort of all
Kinda
the way
dobro.
through.
It's cool.
Dobro
Yeah.
sounding. But you also have that background, that more ethereal, kind of almost feels like, I don't want to say the Cure or something like that.
It sounds a little 80s, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say the Cult.
This is
A little Billy
Yes.
Duffy.
There you
It's a
go.
go.
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, it's good stuff.
Thank you. Yeah.
And
it's
then I always
definitely-
feel like that harmonica thrown in there is kind of something that like Chrissy Hine does all the time in The Pretenders when she does because she'll come out with just this little spot of harmonica in the song.
It's haunting.
Just to,
I think
just to
it's- yeah.
yes, give it a punch,
Yeah,
right?
it really does, because it's a very piercing instrument,
It is,
but it's
yeah.
also direct breath.
Yes.
Right? Like saxophone's breath too, but there's like 4 feet in the way. You know what I mean? It's like a harmonica, it's immediate.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
it is. It's a very emotional and piercing sound. It's really
Yeah.
neat.
Yeah.
And haunting, especially in the second song. What was the title of that song?
it's called Bandits.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of about.
Yeah.
I was listening to an NPR podcast. Or I think it was just Sunday or Saturday. It was just a big story about banning books, and I just got inspired. And, I mean, it was just kind of like very controversial. They were talking about like the controversy of it and like the good and bad of both sides and like what they think. So yeah, that's kind of what it's about. And I'm not used to like writing about heavy stuff like that, but that's kind of like what's going on in the world. That's how
That's the time. Yeah, that's the time today, right? This is the time to write the heavy
It
stuff.
is immediate. Very
and for me, my day-to-day life, like what do I do? What's my skill, right? Like I'm a machinist by trade, so it's like I'm not really going to make that much of a difference in the world in that way, I don't think. You know what I mean? So it's like, what can I do but give some perspective at least, and like filter through what I see going on in the world, and it kind of just it takes that energy and just puts it out there in the world, and it's therapy.
And music is a brilliant way to do that because it reaches so many people, right?
Yeah, totally. If I can make some good of it, right? I mean, I'm sure lots of people have different conflicting views, and I'm sure some people will listen to my music and disagree with it, or even like translate it in a different way that I even meant it. You know what I mean? But I know that the intent is there, and the intent in my music is just humanity and empathy and just putting some good in the world, man.
Yeah, well, good on you, man.
We all just want to like live in peace, right?
Yeah.
I think. I don't know.
Yeah, the vast majority of us do. Thank you very much, right? That's the thing. And that is our natural state as well, right?
That's
It's
what I'm
like
saying,
we have to
right?
get talked out of it.
Right.
Yeah. So that, I don't know, that's kind of where my X-ray Addict project is going. And then, like, I'm just trying to do some fun
Is that
stuff.
a triple entendre? You know what I mean? It is. It's good stuff.
Yeah, I was very like on the edge about that name because I had a couple different names picked out. Howl for More was another name that I really liked that I was going to pick, but some people were like, dude, your name has to be in it because I was actually going to do this project, a cover project, and it was a Rage Against the Machine cover. And so I was hanging with these guys, and I'm like, what are we going to name this, right? Because we're going to like name it. And obviously, it didn't really work out because we're all like really busy musicians. One of the guys kind of like touring right now, but they're like, we're gonna name it Rage Against the Machine, but it's gonna be like Rage Against the Machine. I'm like, no, I don't want you to do that. That's weird. That's weird. But like, no, everyone knows you, and it's gonna be super funny and fun. And I'm like,
for you guys.
And so, but then after that, a lot of my friends were like, no, man, your name has to be in something. I think it's pretty cool. You know what I mean? Even like, and so yeah, I kind of got talked into the
I think it's clever.
Yeah,
no, there's nothing wrong with it. And it is your music, right? It's like you are the guy doing it.
That's
It's like, you know,
yeah, so I don't feel that
that's
bad.
great.
I don't feel that like because I just feel like a lot of artists. Like I know I'm like that where I'm like, hey, I want to be an artist and I want to get on stage and do stuff. And then I'm
but I see like the Benny Goodman Orchestra. There's like 50 dudes in the band. It's like, yeah, Benny, you got like 4 trumpet players, not giving one of them, not giving his name up. You're like,
Let's introduce
you're
the
not
band
a
here.
snitch if you're introducing your own band. That's not bad. That's nice.
Oh, man.
That's
Hey,
hilarious.
fucking Goodman. You'll rue the day, Benny.
He just twirls a stick. Oh, shit. Yeah, so, okay, so you got more songs, just waiting to get them mastered.
I do. I would like picking the right ones, and yeah, I mean it costs money too.
Yeah.
I'm just a middle class working Joe.
Yeah.
I'm like, do I want to spend money on more tracks, or do I want to like go on vacation somewhere? Like like I have to pick one. Right.
Yeah.
Like a wait for some overtime.
Pay
at
my
work.
bills.
Yeah. Like I'll wait for overtime at work. Like cool. I'll work this weekend. I'll have 2 more tracks. Like stuff like that.
Nice. What's next with the Hayfields? What's going on with those guys and you guys?
We're writing some other stuff. So my bandmates, we usually write together, like what I was telling you. But since the weather hasn't permitted, I was telling you guys we kind of practice.
Barn.
We practice in the sheep barn, and we can't go in there when it's cold. It's miserable, right? So my
Built-in audience.
My bandmates have been like writing some parts, and then I've been coming in and joining in. And
That's cool.
So we've been kind of doing that
live or over the internet?
Live.
Oh,
They'll be like,
sure.
hey, we wrote this bass line and this drums, and then we'll be like, oh, cool, I can do something with that, and then maybe we'll write the next part together. But it's really actually making everything sound a little different, which is kind of cool, So some interesting stuff going on.
How many years with Hayfield?
Man,
A bunch.
12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, even more, maybe even more than that. Well, definitely the bassist, Melinda, joined the band like 2013. We had a different drummer, and then things didn't work out with him, and then her husband joined the band. So it was only like a year or 2 after that. So
Yeah, they're a
it's
real
been
fun, classy couple, too. I like them.
super awesome.
Yeah,
All those
yeah.
guys. Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I think we're going to see Lords of Acid at the Elkhorn Zone.
Oh, really?
That's our next, because we kind of go on like me, my girlfriend, and them. We go on like little double dates all the time.
Nice.
So we'll be like, hey, let's go see a show.
Man, I haven't thought about Lords of Acid in a long time.
And it's not the original lady. She passed
It's
away.
not. Oh.
But it's a lady. I didn't know this. It's a lady from another really heavy band. My drummer was like, yeah, and it's this lady. She's like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just saw the name. We're like, let's go to it, and that's it. It's pretty, it's pretty interesting music.
Nice, yeah, definitely. Man, and then you are actively seeking to get some gigs as just X-Ray Addict right now, right?
Yeah.
So if anybody out there has a opening,
Yeah, I don't even care. I'll play your house. I'll come to your
Yes.
basement and play in your basement.
right?
Just kidding.
Have you done any? I don't want to say. put you in any category that might be beneath you, but like open mics and stuff like that. Anything?
Yeah, actually, so
Yeah, Lauren.
I go to the Red Dog every Sunday. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's great. Oh, yeah.
I don't go every Sunday. That's a lot.
No, but the
They have,
the guitarist talent pack down there is way up here.
Super cool.
It's unreal.
Those
There's
guys
so
are fun.
many. It's
And,
unreal.
I go there pretty frequently because it's right at my house.
Nice.
And I know all those guys, and they'll hit me up and be like, "Hey, come on tonight?" You know. And, we usually do a lot of covers, but yeah, I went the other week and was like, "Hey, I got this thing. Can I like plug my phone into your PA and like try my songs out?" And so it went over well.
Nice.
Yeah,
Well,
I played the first one, Distracted. I played that, and then I played a mashup of the Cars and the Beatles.
Nice.
It went over well. I mean, it was a good, it was a good experiment because I have all my stuff hooked up, right? I can tinker with it all day.
Sure,
like
sure,
settings,
sure.
and then you go plug it in.
But to take it out, yeah.
And by like the second song, they said they had it sounding pretty good, but like, I was playing through someone else's amp, so it didn't sound as the same, you know what I mean? So it was just a good experiment to be like, okay, and it was fun. People, they're all my friends there, so of course they're all like, oh, that was really fun.
And with it, because you've already got it, set up, so they just have to get the levels right between your phone and whatever you're playing on stage.
Yeah, that's all it really was. That I think that like the backing stuff was a little loud, and I don't know if I have both of those tracks very like balanced. You know what I mean? Like one might have been I tried, but
and some houses are like super duper duper bass heavy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it kind of steals that whole like 3/4 of the speaker. You know what I mean?
Totally, even with the PA that I use, because I've been going to this place called Bootstrap Studios.
Yeah, that place is great.
And they got drum rooms, but they got drum rooms, and then it just has a PA in it too. So it's perfect for a guy like me. So I'm gonna go in there for like a couple hours for $30,
wow.
And then just sit there and be super loud because I can't really do that in my apartment. You know what I mean? People get super loud.
Do you bother to record analog drums, or you just are setting drums up digitally?
Just digitally.
Yeah,
I basically just have my track set up where I bring my laptop in, hook it up to my PA, and then they have the PAs where I sing through, and then I have my guitar amp. So I'll just sit in there for a few hours, just rehearsing. Live,
yeah, that's great.
Basically, yeah. But to your point, when you turn things up, it sounds a lot different. You're like, oh shit, that's like way louder than it sounded through my headphones.
That's totally cool.
Ray, where can everybody find you?
Where can everyone? Facebook. So Facebook, Instagram. Those are the two main things I use. But then all my music is on those two songs are on like every platform. So Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, Bandcamp.
And just type in X-Ray Addict.
Yeah, XRAYADDICT.
Right.
Should pop up.
Yeah, and we've got a link on our, and I'll put another one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
On our
it's all the
Facebook
post stuff.
Yeah, very cool, man.
No, good work. Come on.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys. You guys are really fun.
Yeah, are you going to do any more farmers market this summer? You did a few of those,
Oh
right?
yeah.
I believe so, but I think with all the funding things going on, it's a little different this year. So I know they're having it, but I think they're going to have it stripped down a little bit. I did talk to them.
I think they have to introduce a blood sport to bring more people. It's going to be like Death Race 2000 meets Farmers Market. Just to get more, they need more clicks.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is. I know that you can meet the dudes from the town at that Berliner. Do you know what that is? The Berliner?
Yeah,
I think you can meet there and ask questions. I got to go down there. But I talked to the dude that books me. He goes, it's just a little slow. It might be more of a busking thing this year. Because I was pretty excited. I kind of do want to like pump that stuff up.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah, But I definitely should be there. It's just I don't really have a date yet.
Okay.
Which usually I do. That's why I know I kind of hit them up. I was like, hey, do you guys pick me this year?
A month out or something?
June or July. I think
Is
it
it
goes
June?
through July through August.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or even September. I think is the dates. Yeah, it goes pretty long.
Jeez. Well, folks, go check out Ray with the Hayfields or with X-Ray Addict.
Yes.
Find him on the Spotify.
Buy it
Hayfields are on
immediately.
Spotify.
Go to Bandcamp
too, right?
and buy it tonight. Do it.
Yes.
Yeah, Hayfields are on Spotify and YouTube. We got videos on YouTube, and it's HEY, not HAY.
Right, yeah.
Which is we did that to try to make sure you find us easier, but it doesn't always work. You know, at first you type in Hayfields on YouTube.
Well, it's
you'll
more
get
like a
all
name instead of a place, you know.
Yeah, well, the story behind that is, so I grew up in a smaller town in the suburb of Boston, and we used to have these woods parties every weekend, and it was really fun. But that was one of the party spots, was the hayfields. But the hayfields were power lines, so like there's no hayfields in Massachusetts, but we called it the hayfields because it had tall grass.
Tall grass, yeah.
So we're like, party in the hayfield tonight, and then we'd be like, where's the next one tonight? It's an elephant's ass. We have like all these crazy names for the party spots, and I was telling a story to my first drummer. He's like, that's what we should name the band, the Hayfields.
Nice.
So people from my town thought that was pretty funny too.
Nice.
Like, you named your band the Hayfields? I remember going to Hayfields. Like, yeah, remember that? We got chased out of the Hayfields. We always got chased out of there.
Yeah, like, I know it was such a big deal for police to chase kids who are just kind of out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's like
We were in the woods with a bonfire. A very safe bonfire too.
Right.
Like we would dig really good fire pits. Yeah. Like the woods never burned down from us.
Quit having fun, you damn
I know.
kid.
I know. So it's a tale as old as time. It is.
I hope so. That's kind of like kids still get into trouble now though. Like I watched some clips from St. Patrick's Day in Boston actually.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch of stuff going on there, right? Yes.
But it's kind of good to see that they're still like coming out of their houses and stuff. You know, 'cause I work. Drive through my side.
But there should be something in between, like you know,
Bike riding or
burning down their neighborhood.
They don't have to do all what they would do on those clips. But
still.
But no, if you drive through my town now, it's very quiet. Like I go home to visit my mom, and I'm like, where is everyone? You know, like in the 90s, like, kids would be like crowds of kids just hanging out.
Did the demographic change? Is it older people that live there? Or?
I don't think so. I know all my friends have kids, so I don't know what their kids are doing. There's some good ass kids, I guess. I don't know.
I think everybody's just home.
on their phone.
Oh yeah.
I know it hangs out at today, like at the 7-Eleven. We used to just hang out there all day.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, all day.
Yes.
Hit the Y. Right?
You were at the Y?
Oh,
we were at the
Y.
7. Me and Nick were at the 7-Eleven on Queen Anne. We were playing Street Fighter.
Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't. It was the other one that was two dudes that you fought. We just went through tons of quarters playing. It was a fighting game. I don't remember what it was. It wasn't Street Fighter, but it was two guys that would, you know, it was that linear.
Sure. Yeah.
Wait until his girlfriend got, because she was older. She was 21, so we'd wait till she got off work so she could buy his beer.
Hurry up. Did you guys ever sit out front of a liquor store asking people to buy food?
Oh, yeah.
The cops would come and be like, hey, you gotta go.
Yeah, you gotta go, dude. Or who is the person working there going, dipshit?
I know.
Get the
they would come out and be like, what are you guys doing?
You can't do
Nothing.
that.
Yeah. Can you imagine though?
Yeah.
Like I can't. People would definitely buy for us, but I.
Yeah, I get asked. I got asked this the other day.
Did you really?
Oh, yeah.
You totally look like you'd buy it for me though.
Yeah. But every single time I say, no, I can't do that.
No, I can't imagine doing it now for like 15-year-olds.
Only music, guys. Only music.
Yeah, and I'll pay for somebody to get into a show.
Yeah.
All day, every day. Oh, yeah.
That's a little different. Yeah, I don't know if I'd get teenagers drunk. It seems risky. I don't know.
Jeez.
You got to work. Yeah, so I'm just not involved with it. So you can work your own scheme. I'm not gonna purposefully block your shit necessarily, right? But I'm not gonna. I'm not enabling you.
Go home and smoke pot like a good teenager.
Or whatever, you know what I mean? Walk to a bowling alley like every other kid, you know? You used to walk from Skyway Bowl to Highlands Bowl.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
So dumb. But that was also part of it. I had a Walkman at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Walkman. I listened to Black Sabbath Never Say Die for like 2 summers.
Nice. Just kept rewinding it.
Yeah. Just let's do it over and over. It's a perfect album.
Yeah, it's really good.
It is. It's a perfect album.
Those are Walkmans. I used to listen to like The Doors.
Nice.
Yeah,
Those Doors.
Yeah, I love that. But
what was your go-to Doors? Did you have a favorite?
I just had the best of, but then I did like Soft Parade a lot.
It's an interesting album.
Yes, it takes a certain type of musical maturity to appreciate it.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Yeah.
At first, I just I watched the movie. Speaking of which, Val Kilmer just passed away.
Yes, we talked about that last
But I fucking loved that movie. We would get high and watch The Doors and Pink Floyd The Wall. But I was like obsessed with Jim Morrison. And then I would be like high and I would like listen to it through my Walkman and my batteries would be dying. And I'd be like, not to touch the earth. And like, is this happening? And my battery's dying? Is this okay?
I'm like,
my freaking Walkman.
That's right now. Sabbath, fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, geez. Strange Days, probably. Well, we talked about this. Like Alive She Cried.
Yeah, mine's Alive She Cried.
Wonderful,
Because
awesome
they're just
live
going for it. And I just feel like the flame is burning really hot that day. You know what I mean?
He's right
it's
on
like,
that precipice of like crash and burn.
Which I like sometimes, right?
Totally.
I don't wish that on people, but I really feel very grateful when I see it happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not always destructive.
No, it doesn't have to be.
There's
But
always a
sometimes
sweet
it is,
spot.
yeah.
There's always a sweet spot
Yeah.
where they're like at their pinnacle and then then they go down. I can't imagine being that wasted as a musician. I always like grew up and thought that's what you kind of had to do, right? Because all my favorite heroes were pretty wasted. It turns out, I don't know, as a sober musician, I get way more shit done. Like growing up and getting wasted, like no wonder why I didn't really get into a lot of bands or like we just didn't get stuff done. Like I was in bands for months and we had like 3 songs because we just drank the whole time, you know? So
And it's not allowing the emotional aspect of life to really mature. You know what I mean? If you're drinking, and God bless drinking. I mean, I know. Whoa! But that's one of the side effects of drinking is its emotional retardation. And I mean that. I don't mean that in any flippant way at all. You know what I mean? Because it slows those. You know what I mean? Except for, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's just
my
kind
friends,
of.
we used to drink when I first started singing. Actually, I used to go up to my friend's attic and we would drink up there and we would play like songs all night. And I couldn't sing until I had a pretty good butt, so I'd like chug Coronas, you know, or whatever we were drinking. But then I'd hit this spot and be like, okay, now I can sing in front of people, right? And then by the end of the night, I could not sing. And my friends were like, you always hit this sweet spot where you're amazing, and then you just go to shit. And I'm like, yeah, that's just how I am, dude. That's my gig, you know. Now that I'm sober, I just feel like it works better for some people, and for some people it does not, you know.
Yeah, well, good on you. Good on you for having the bravery to explore what is best for you, right? So
yeah, it's better than the alternative. For me, so.
Yeah, but probably not as easy, maybe, right? It's like sobriety and consciously living and working. I don't know if you're working a program or not, but working your life, right?
No,
you know what I mean?
I totally work a program. Actually.
Yeah, right on. Then it's a active life. You know what I mean? It's like I think it's not easy, but it's valuable. Right?
No, totally. I just feel like, for me, it makes me the best version I could be. It's almost like grateful for it. I don't know. I understand people like, oh, I'm like grateful that this all happened. And I'm like, not me. You know, when you first come around, you're like, my life kind of sucks right now. Like, I'm not that grateful. But then it's like, oh, I'm like, if I wasn't even in this position, I'm like the best version I could ever possibly be. Then like, okay, like, I can see the gratitude behind that. You know what I mean? Like daily reflection and trying to see things through a different perspective, like positively, and grow in certain ways and maturing, like you said, you know, getting unretarded.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, you look like
living fully, right? Because because part of it's just like when you have a governor in a carburetor, only allows to go so far, right? So by keeping these certain parameters blocked out, right?
Yeah, you meet different people. I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you guys. You know?
Yeah, but raw dogging life is it opens it all up, right?
Yeah,
right.
Totally.
But we still have to be brave and bold to experience what is appropriate for us to experience it all, right? Which is quite a bit if we allow it, right?
Change is hard, dude, when you're stuck in ways, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you look like a rock star. You look
Oh,
like
yeah,
a million
you're doing
bucks.
good. Good work.
Doing good.
Yeah, and you're making
You guys are
making
awesome.
music.
Thank you.
It's a go.
It's a go.
Trying to be productive, right? Try to give something to society or just the world around me.
Posterity at the very least, man. Because it's now published, and I mean, now it's going to bounce around forever, right?
I don't know. You
I
opened my
think-
mind to that earlier.
yeah.
I didn't really think of that.
Yeah,
like
it's pretty
immortality
cool.
in some ways.
Yeah, and you never
you're
know.
lucky.
That's the thing about art, how the viewer, the experiencer of that art, what exactly it does to them, right? It's like you were talking about the intention of your songs, right? But there's never a guarantee that intention will find someone, or that only that intention will find someone, right? Because then they can expand on that with their own angle, right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, no, it's great, man.
Yeah.
It's important. So.
Yeah. So what about you? You still
Yeah.
playing? You still playing guitar?
No,
Like-
yeah, not much though. Not doing it, not actively. So, yeah, but I've been recording shows, GoPro style at Lucky, and doing, hanging out at shows at Lucky.
Yeah, I saw you at my.
Exactly.
Hayfield show.
But
that-
now we have a GoPro and we're trying to get live stream out of there as well.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I gotta go back to Lucky Liquor. That's where we were. That was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
And we have you guys tried the Mexican place in Renton?
Yes.
So they let us play there for my girlfriend's birthday.
Oh,
'Cause,
nice.
Like everything kind of filled up, and she's like, "I really want your band to play." And I'm like, "I would totally want to play. Like, let me hit some people up." And everyone was like, "We're just full." And so our neighbors were like, "You should ask those guys. They're like looking for rock bands in their restaurant." We're like, "Really?"
Yeah.
So we went over there, and they were like,
been in.
"Sure." They're
Yeah,
like,
which one are we talking about?
Do they got a stage area?
Not really.
Okay.
That's
A
fine.
little
Yeah.
bit.
Now they're just Lucky Liquor.
It's huge. It's huge though. It's a huge place.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Awesome.
okay, I'm not that freaked out, but it's very nice in there. You know what I mean? It's like lighting and like it's a restaurant. But yeah, they let us rip up in there.
Jeez, that's
Nice.
great.
Yeah, that was so nice.
That food over there is fantastic.
Where are we talking about?
It's right on Maple
Right on
Valley
Maple.
Highway.
So do you know where the Chevron is and stuff? And
That big ass mega church that's right there.
Oh, on Maple Valley Highway?
Maple Valley Highway.
next to the Starbucks.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Oh,
Yeah.
So I think it was a Mexican
Really
place before.
geez.
too.
All right.
Yeah.
No, that's
really
easy.
good food. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's right there.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
next to
because
my
usually
house.
it used to be Chinese restaurants, dude. Right? Remember?
Oh, right
that?
there?
Hey, Dynasty? No, I just mean where punk rock bands would
Oh, yeah.
Right? It's like in the
Yeah.
bar, some Chinese restaurant on a Thursday.
What's that?
With really strong drinks. It's like,
What's that place? There's a train that people play. I wanna try
Orient Express.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, no, I was just down there, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah, I think Shorty
wanna play
McMillan's
there.
booking it there now.
Really?
Who is Northwest Concerts, I think.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he books like 5 or 6 places. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, that place is great. Yeah,
Yeah, I want to play there. That's
sure. No, it doesn't sound terrible at all.
No,
it's
I've
great
seen
'cause
bands
it's
in it.
linear. Remember Colorbox? Colorbox was set up in Pioneer Square by but it was the same way. It was long. Like the stage was down, and then there was the bar on the side. And at best, the crowd would kind of come out and break it up a little bit, and it sounded cool though. It was neat.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
a
but-
shotgun house kind of.
Yeah, and Orient Express is like 8 feet by like 23.
It's one of those places. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
It was packed one night, and I'm like, I don't know what would happen if there was a fire. You know what I mean? It's one of those
Oh,
places
yeah.
where you're like,
Oh, yeah.
you're
Can't
kind of
think about
scoping out
that.
how
Yeah.
to get out for
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
Oh,
so
yeah.
if an emergency,
Yeah.
I would go this way, but then you're like, even then I might not get out.
Yeah. I just started making out with somebody.
It's over. It's done.
Y'all work it out.
Just grab somebody.
Yeah.
It's like when a plane's going down.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, well, you know.
Yeah, I really am the
your only
last
option
guy
right
you're
now.
going to see.
Let's make this
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
Now or never.
Yeah. It's either a bummer or...
Oh man. Oh jeez. Well, folks, check out Ray.
Yeah,
go do it.
No, buy his stuff on Bandcamp
buy his
right
stuff
now.
on
Do it
Bandcamp.
right now.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. And follow him so you know when he does get some shows going.
Yeah, it should be
Yeah,
definitely
right
this summer.
Yeah, and Red Dog's a great idea. Yeah, and that's the
Okay, so every Sunday,
Yes.
you can head down to the Red Dog.
it's Walkie Tacos, right?
Walkie Tacos,
Yeah,
my
they're
good
so
friends,
good.
the Ames brothers.
Yeah, they
put it
are
on.
some of the most talented human beings this
Super
planet
cool.
has ever produced. produced.
And
they're ridiculous.
You never know who walks in there too.
Nice.
It's like all of a sudden there'll be like young kids come in and start like ripping up.
Jeez, that's great.
What the hell?
Plus, like Pat Stevens and Jimmy Green. And it's like, I don't know, they're all really good.
Duffy.
Yeah. Who's not terrible? Yeah. We're just missing Corey Wilds, I guess, just to make the trifecta. So good.
Yeah, and then
Renton produced a lot of really, really good guitar players.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Corey's playing up at Scranton, something up in Maple Valley.
Oh, right on.
That little restaurant up there. And they got a cool bar. You should check them out, too.
Yeah, he keeps busy. He plays good gigs.
Big family restaurant, but then they have a big stage in a
Maple Valley?
bar next door. Yeah, it's right across from McDonald's when you just first get into Maple Valley. Stanton's? I'll figure it out and send you a link.
Yeah, send me a link.
But yeah, they got
that'd be cool.
Good size place.
That's neat. I don't know. I think even if they only do it for a little while, I think it's really nice to talk restaurants into it.
Yeah.
We did it at the Brick for a while. I don't know.
JP's down the street. They've
been real good about it lately.
Yeah. So my friend Bonzo plays there a lot. The Kenny Deals. Those guys.
Yeah, he's great.
I think they're playing there this Saturday, actually. So,
that guy. How many frequent flyer miles that guy have? It's great. He's living the life.
Yeah.
It's good to
He was
see.
a subscriber with us for a little while.
He's a sweetheart.
He's a super Renton dude too.
He's a sweet guy.
He's a Renton guy. Love the guy.
Nice.
Super nice.
Well, Ray, thank you for being here, sir. We appreciate
Thanks for having me on the
Congratulations on the new music.
Yes, very
but
much.
Now we're looking forward to
You guys are just
more.
the nicest guys, man.
Well, that's true.
Thanks
But
for-
besides
glad
that,
the podcast is still going on.
Yeah, but I only listened to it 7 times tonight, so I'm gonna
Only 7?
instead of 9. Yeah, I'm shooting for 9.
we're going to hold you to it.
But I'm buying it tonight for sure. Bandcamp.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right.
Throw me a
Definitely.
buck.
Stoked, dude, because I have headphones at home and I'm just gonna rock out to it.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy it, man.
Really good. All right, well, ending this here, and again, thanks for Ray for being here. A couple of, I told you guys earlier today that I was looking up some like Eddie Van Halen quotes and stuff, but here's one from Eddie. Rock stars come and go, musicians play until they die.
Oh, jeez.
And then, not to be outdone, got one from David Lee Roth, of course. He said, I'm not conceited. Conceit is a fault, and I have no faults.
Nice. That's a perfect,
Thank you, David.
That's perfect for Dave.
All right. Hey, thanks for everybody for being here.
Yes, thank you, Kylie.
Thank you for having me.
we'll
so
see you
much.
thank you. Right
Really
on.
appreciate it. You guys
Special
are
guest.
awesome.
Anytime, man.
Friends.
Appreciate it. All right. See you folks later.
Bye.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, blogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.